What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another DC Heroes and Villains video. Alright guys, showcase time. Now, the pattern of showcases is going to be 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. If you have not checked out my showcases, check it out. So we did Amanda Waller already, we've done the Flash, and we did Lex Luthor. Now we're back to the 3 stars, and today we're going to focus on one that a lot of people need convincing, and I want to talk about him because I think he's underlooked and undervalued. Overlooked and undervalued, and I think something that people need to start re-examining again as a character, because number one, he's going to bring a lot to your team as a yellow unit or light unit, whatever you want to call it. Technically, it's yellow. And number two, he's going to be used very often against bosses, and that is none other than this freaky-looking Cobra here, Copperhead. Okay, now Copperhead is unique in two ways. Number one, he's got a really decent power or passive, but more importantly, he's got an excellent power move, which makes him a needed unit, especially when guild bosses arrive. Now, if you don't know anything about guild bosses, a lot of your damage is going to come through damage over time. It was released, Trigon was released during the Philippine release, I believe, of the game, during beta. Then they took him down, and they're revamping it, but I believe the premise is still going to remain the same. And not to mention, Copperhead is number one, easy to maximize his passive, number two, easy to tier up, and number three, overall a stellar unit against any build that you want to use. So let's talk a little bit about him and why he's a good unit. So number one, let's look at his passive. He's immune to crits, which is fantastic because a lot of units such as Huntress, Cheetah, Deadshot, etc. have crit rate up, and they will usually one-shot opponents fairly quickly. But being immune to crit, he shares that same similarity to what Superman has, makes him a lot tankier for the unit that he is. And not to mention, every time he does get hit by attack, if you maximize his passive, he has a 100 chance to gain dodge up on himself for 5 turns, making him really hard to kill at times, especially with that dodge up. And not to mention, if you put accuracy down on that opponent, it's even harder to kill him. So I'm going to show you guys examples of that, okay, in this showcase. So his passive is actually, his special is actually really good. His power move is as follows. Single enemy damage, 72% only for the multiplier. So not a hard-hitting initial move, but where it really stands out is the fact that it inflicts damage over time on a target for 7 turns, okay? And I'll show you guys what damage over time does when we get into the battle. He inflicts critical down debuff on the target for 5 turns, making them hit crits less often, which is great, again, for some of the units I just mentioned to you guys. And most importantly, outside of the damage over time, he inflicts vulnerability on the opponent for 3 turns. If you don't know what vulnerability is, you guys can go back and check my debuff and buff video, but essentially vulnerability makes all tiles do strong damage against that opponent for 3 turns, right? Making him a really tough unit and a good unit as a debuffer. So we're going to go ahead and build a team around him real quick so you guys can kind of see how he works. I'm going to make it a heavy light team just so you guys can kind of see how light units work in general. I'm not going to fight Cersei here because she is annoying as hell. Let's see, can I do this fight here? This might be a little too much, actually. Let's see if I can build... You know what? Let me see what I need for him in terms of his next tier, and we'll go do that battle, okay? So right here, find 13-4. I think that makes more sense. Let's go there. So keep in mind, this team I'm building is not a fully maxed out team. It's just what you could use to create a decent team around him, okay? So first off, Cersei's going to be fantastic if you have her user. Poison Ivy's essential for this build, okay? And the reason why he's essential for this build, or she's essential for this build, is because whenever somebody hits her, she does the accuracy down on that opponent, making him survive even longer. So I'm going to take away Flash, I'm going to take away Beast Boy, I'm going to keep Aquaman in as another light unit, and we're going to throw in Cheetah, okay? Where's Cheetah? Actually, no, my Cheetah's not leveled up, so let's get a tank in there, actually. Let me see. Let's put in a decent tank. You know what? Actually, we can put in Amanda Waller. Waller's a good idea. So the reason why this team works so well, normally you'd want a tank, but Amanda Waller can do some of the tanking for us. And the reason why is because Cersei can actually provide barriers to everybody, helping everybody stay alive. And I also don't want a tank in here for another reason, is because I kind of want to show you guys how his dodge mechanic works. And I think that'll be a really good way to at least show you guys how he works in terms of his potential, okay? So you can see here, 3-6-3-7-1, 3-3-6-7-3, fairly evened out team. So we're going to save this team for now. I should have saved it as a secondary team, but it's okay. And we'll fight. So I'll show you guys how he works and why He's such a good character, okay? And I think this hopefully will convince you guys to get him leveled up as well, and we'll go from there. So first off, let's build up Amanda Waller's power, and while we're doing that, you want to get as many of those yellows built up quick. Now look, when she got hit, you saw Poison Ivy got hit there, right? If you look at the opponent now, 25% chance to miss any attack, okay? Very important to note that. Now that'll last for 3 whole turns, and now when he gets dodge up, it'll stack with that move as well, giving him the opportunity to dodge even further. I think it's even like 50% or something like that after that initial debuff lands, okay? So let's go ahead and build this up. Okay, Amanda Waller got hit, that's fine. She absorbs that, gives herself more power move, which is great for her. Okay, we're going to go ahead and build our yellow. And you can see here, he actually builds the same time as Aquaman. So they're going to attack simultaneously when they have that up. So we're going to go ahead and let this happen. Now look, he got hit there, right? Look, he got dodge up. Like you see here, dodge is increased by 20%. And then, of course, once they get the dodge down again, it'll be 25%. So that's 45% to completely avoid damage. Right, completely avoid it. Like, it's not like a partial damage thing, it's a complete avoidance. Okay, there's haste down on her, which is going to make her power gauge, lethargy, it's going to make her power gauge build slower, and that's fine. We want debuffs on these people because we want Cersei to actually use that to her advantage and change those debuffs into buffs, right? So there you go. We're going to get rid of that item. Now look, cannot receive buffs, anti-buff on that, because she had a buff originally on there. So we'll do this. Okay, we're going to build this up, and watch. I'm going to do it on an opponent, and you'll see how much damage over time hits, okay? It's actually fairly high damage for a unit. So let's go here. Slowly building it up. So Aquaman has his up. We're going to do one more here to get up Copperheads, and we're going to do it on this guy back here, okay? Watch. So let's do Copperheads first. Okay, look. Evasion down, right? So it's good. I mean, accuracy down. So watch how much damage it does. We're gonna decent 5702 is not bad, but this is what's gonna matter. Look, the damage the character receives is 5% of its HP each turn, ignoring barriers. So it goes through barriers. That's why you want to do it on the highest HP opponent, because 5% of their max HP will be reduced every single turn. Crit hit is reduced by 25%, so crit down obviously is going to be reduced, so they can't crit as often. And then of course vulnerability. Enemies always have color advantage against the character, regardless of the character's color, right? So very important to note that. So we can do this here next. Actually, let's do Aquaman next. There's some more damage there. Let's build this up. For some reason I can't hit Poison Ivy. This is an annoying bug. It will actually won't allow you to use the character's special sometimes, which is super, super annoying, especially in times where you need it. But let's hope this character attacks Copperhead so I can show you guys the dodge up, okay? There you go. There's the dodge up there. Okay, so now we need one more opponent to attack him for that to really shine. So you can see every time, look how much damage he's just taking naturally. And that's still up for, let's see how many more turns. 2 more turns, okay? So watch the health here, okay? I'm going to try my best not to attack him that much with colors. So I'll let one, look at that. Like 3k per tick. That's a lot of health, guys. A lot of health, just like 3k per tick on an opponent is a lot of health to lose, right? So very, very good debuff. And if you can pull it off, often on bosses especially, like for example, Superman or Raven, you're killing those bosses so much faster, right? So it's just free damage over time. It's fantastic. So here, I'll show you guys again. Okay, and remember, he's immune to crits, so he's not gonna be hit with crits at all, right? So, okay, let's see if I can. So these are all buffs. We're gonna keep that going. Let's build up Waller again. Now the whole goal here is to get more of Copperhead's colors. There we go. Aquaman should be up next. Let's do this. This will give everybody what we need. So look, he's got accuracy down. So look, he's going to get accuracy down and evade. So hopefully we get Copperhead to hit next. I'm just trying to show you guys his dodge. His dodge is so damn good. Okay, so there you go. So watch this. I'm going to do this. Yeah, watch. 15733. 15733. Okay, we're gonna avoid damaging him here. 13551. Every tick. Every single turn he's going to take damage now, right? So very important to note that. Really good damage over time. And of course, the fact that now he has vulnerability. Watch, even he's what color is he? He's yellow, right? Yeah, he's a yellow color. Watch. I'll just do any color on him. Let's do blue. Watch. This is strong. See? Look at that. So and that killed him right there. So vulnerability makes every color hit stronger, which is incredible, right? And then not to mention, he just died over the dots. That's all it took, was just doing dots there, right? Very, very powerful guy. So don't sleep on this character. He is a 3-star. He's easy to max out. And I think if you guys use him in later battles, you'll really appreciate him, especially against some of the bosses that are hard to kill and they do a lot of damage. They have a lot of health, especially bosses with a lot of health. Because remember, the damage comes from the dot, comes from the max HP of the opponent at 5%. So the more health the opponent has, the more the dot does. The dot being damage over time. That's what it stands for, by the way. Hold on a sec. Let's see if I can build him up one more time here. He's got dodge up now. Let's see if somebody can actually hit him, though. Waller took the hit. See if I can get him to get hit. Well, he has... he doesn't have his dodge up. Okay, so it doesn't matter really at this point. Here, we'll just do it on this guy. Aquaman will probably end up doing a lot of damage here as well. There we go. So 15780. Just watch that now. Go ahead. Watch this. Okay. Let them finish this up. 13840. See? Every time, every turn, you're going to get that dot to land. It's amazing. Honestly, it really, really is. Look, dodge, right? He got dodge up again there. And if somebody has accuracy down, you're going to see him dodge that a lot more often, right? So that's why he and Poison Ivy pair so well together. Okay, let's finish up this battle here. I think you guys get the idea now at this point with how he is. So I highly recommend him, guys. Really, I really, really do. I think you'll come to appreciate him more often as you use him. And like I said, he's no joke when it comes down to boss battles, especially when guild bosses start coming out again. You're gonna notice a massive shift in the characters you're gonna have to use, and you may as well start early by getting him ready for those battles because you're gonna need him. 100% you're gonna need him. Okay, let's put this, do him in the Waller. One. Build up Aquaman, and here we go. So let's do this on him. Aquaman will just AoE everything. That dot killed him for us. That's great. And that's it. There you guys have it. So Copperhead, incredible character, guys. Don't sleep on him. He will do justice to your team. And he will carry you on some content that you're having problems with his dodge, his vulnerability, his damage over time, his immunity to crits, and the fact that he also has what was that thing last thing there? Critical rate down, right? So really, really important character, guys. Level him up, super easy to get completed. I hope this showcase helped convince you guys that he's good. Enjoy the showcase, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.